It is 70 tons of hardened American armor, capable of moving at highway speeds over rough terrain.
The M1 Abrams main battle tank, the tip of the spear for the United States Army.
But before it dominates the battlefield, it begins here, at the Joint Systems Manufacturing Center in Lima, Ohio.
Inside this facility, raw steel is transformed into the world's most lethal land vehicle through brute force and precision engineering.
The journey starts with armor-grade steel plates, extremely dense, incredibly hard, and heavy.
Underwater plasma cutters slice through the heavy metal like butter, carving out the geometric shapes of the hull.
These are the pieces of the puzzle: the floor, sides, and rear of the lower hull tub. They are loaded into massive jigs, where robotic welders fuse the plates together with deep penetration welds. Plant manager Hank inspects the welds. A single microscopic crack could compromise the entire structural integrity.
Slowly, the tub takes shape. This forms the armored belly that protects the crew from mines and IEDs.
The structure is so heavy that enormous gantry cranes are needed just to flip it over for access to the bottom seams.
Every seam is ground smooth. There is no room for imperfection in tank armor.
The foundation is complete. A watertight, airtight steel fortress, ready for the next stage.
But a steel box is not a tank. It needs its secret weapon, the composite armor. We are entering a restricted area of the plant. The exact composition of what comes next is a closely guarded state secret. The hull is built with deep cavities. These pockets will hold the Abrams' legendary protective layers. Workers lower massive composite armor packages into the voids. The recipe includes layers of ceramics, metals, and depleted uranium.
This Chobham-style armor is designed to shatter kinetic anti-tank projectiles upon impact.
Once the armor is placed, thick cover plates are welded shut. The secret recipe is sealed inside the steel skin.
Meanwhile, on a parallel line, the turret is born. This is the fighting end of the tank.
The turret ring is machined to microscopic tolerances. It must rotate 20 tons of armor smoothly, in any direction.
The main armament is installed. The M256 120mm smoothbore cannon. Massive hydraulic pistons are attached to absorb the incredible recoil force of firing the main gun. The turret shell is complete. A massive, angular block of composite and steel. The crew basket is attached. This rotating cage is where the commander, gunner, and loader will operate.
Before electronics are installed, the bare metal must be protected from the elements. It receives a coat of chemical agent-resistant coating. This paint is tough and easily decontaminated. Now begins the tedious task of wiring. Miles of cables connect the fire control computers, sensors, and communications.
Advanced thermal optics are installed, giving the crew the ability to see and fight in total darkness.
The two halves of the beast are ready. It's time for the marriage.
But a tank needs a heart. The Abrams is unique. It doesn't use a diesel engine. It uses this, the AGT 1500 gas turbine. Basically a helicopter jet engine adapted for ground combat.
It produces 1,500 horsepower and runs on almost any flammable liquid, from jet fuel to diesel. It provides incredible acceleration and quiet operation, earning the tank its nickname, Whispering Death.
To handle the weight, a massive torsion bar suspension system is installed across the hull floor. 7 heavy road wheels are bolted onto each side to distribute the ground pressure.
The hull is now mobile. It's time to bring the pieces together. In a process called the marriage, a massive crane lifts the 20-ton turret into the air.
With pinpoint precision, the turret is lowered onto the hull. The connection is made. The two halves become one fighting machine.
Crews inside the hull bolt the massive race ring down, securing the turret forever.
It looks like a tank now, but it can't move yet.
It needs its shoes.
The T-158 heavy-duty track system. Each track weighs over 2 tons. They are wrapped around the road wheels and drive sprockets. A hydraulic press inserts the final pin, closing the loop. The tank is finally on its own feet.
Inside, the Abrams is more computer than tank. The driver's station is fitted with digital displays.
The commander station receives the Blue Force tracker, showing the location of every friendly unit on the battlefield.
The gunner's controls are linked to high-speed stabilization servos.
Even while moving over rough terrain, the computer keeps the main gun locked perfectly onto the target.
Every system is redundant. If the computers fail, there are manual backups for everything.
For the first time, the turbine engine whistles to life, and the 70-ton beast rolls out of the factory.
It enters the water test booth. High-pressure jets ensure the crew compartment is completely sealed against the elements.
Lights, thermal sensors, and night vision systems are calibrated in total darkness.
Final markings and safety warnings are applied to the exterior hull.
Final markings and safety warnings are applied to the exterior hull.
These tanks are now physically complete, but they are not yet ready for the Army.
They must pass the final and most rigorous phase of production, the proving ground.
They are loaded onto heavy-duty rail cars for transport to the testing facility.
A trainload of American armor heading out to prove its worth.
The destination, a military proving ground designed to push the machine to its breaking point.
Army test drivers take the controls. It's time to see what this machine can really do.
The turbine roars. 70 tons accelerates from 0 to 20 in 7 seconds. It is subjected to miles of punishment over punishing obstacle courses.
Steep grades test the raw torque of the power pack and the grip of the tracks.
The suspension must absorb violent shocks that would destroy a lesser vehicle.
Finally, the ultimate test, the live fire exercise.
A 120mm training round is loaded into the breech.
The tank rocks back on its suspension from the immense recoil. Downrange, the target is obliterated with pinpoint accuracy.
The stabilization system is verified. The Abrams can shoot and move at full speed.
The tests are passed. The machine is proven.
Back at the plant, the official handover takes place.
From raw steel plates to the most advanced ground weapons system on Earth. It represents thousands of hours of American labor and engineering excellence.
The M1 Abrams is ready for duty.
The iron fist of the United States Army.